It is a particular honor to praise the government and people of Lithuania for their leadership in supporting morally, politically, economically, and culturally the people of Ukraine in their hour of greatest need, for being the first country to make a formal request for the International Criminal Court to consider an indictment of Russia for aggression in Ukraine, and to have led the way by assembling the evidence and mounting your own investigation. Lithuania has also been the first European Union country to lead the way in sanctions by cutting off Russian gas. And so I want to start by congratulating Lithuania's leaders for the work done, the support offered Ukraine, the encouragement given, and the difference being made. And this continues to this day with the convening of this very special conference. Today, I join Lithuania in calling on all people of decency and humanity to support the call made by President Zelensky for the establishment of a special international tribunal to investigate war crimes committed by Russian aggression on the territory of Ukraine. Such an initiative, through which a group of states would set up the tribunal on the basis of a multilateral treaty, has in the last few days received the support of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe. And it's not just strategically imperative to do this, but morally right for us to support the people of Ukraine. Buildings and lives have been destroyed, but Ukraine's unity has proved indestructible. Hearts are being broken every day, but Ukraine's resolve is unbreakable. And I want to draw to your attention the text prepared by eminent lawyers of a criminal indictment against President Vladimir Putin for initiating and executing Russia's war of aggression. It is a charge sheet detailing the gravity of the case that war crimes prosecutors could file before an international court. Already at the request of 39 countries led by Lithuania, Karim Khan, the prosecutor at the International Criminal Court, has put Putin under investigation for war crimes and for crimes against humanity. These include the targeting of innocent civilians through mutilation, torture, and rape, all against international law, the bombing of hospitals, schools, and public buildings, against international law, the breach of designated humanitarian corridors and agreed ceasefires, against international law. And if recent reports are accurate, the threat to use banned chemical weapons and even tactical nuclear weapons, all against international law. But while the collation of photographic, DNA, and documentary evidence to link Putin's orders directly to the perpetration of these evils will take months of painstaking forensic research, the crime of aggression that started some time ago with the planning and preparation of an invasion can be proven by evidence that is readily accessible and fully available now, and can lead, as the author of this initiative, Professor Philip Sands, has argued, to the laying of charges against Putin within weeks. Aggression is indeed Putin's original crime. It is the crime identified in the declaration made by Allied countries in London in 1942, in what prepared the way for the Nuremberg trials of 1946. They pledged to bring Hitler and his inner circle to justice for what they called crimes against peace. It was at Nuremberg that aggression was defined not only as an international crime, but as the supreme international crime, the crime that, quotes, contains within it the accumulated evil of the whole. Now, while a gap in the law means the ICC cannot hear a case against Russia for aggression, indeed neither Ukraine nor Russia are signatories to this statute of the ICC, a special tribunal can be constituted at the behest of Ukraine and supportive states. And that is what, with the engagement of the Ukraine government, nearly 2 million people have signed an international petition, 50 former presidents and prime ministers, 100 international lawyers and public officials representing every continent have joined together to request. Now, to those who say such a tribunal can never happen and we're on a fool's errand in the hopeless pursuit of a justice we cannot achieve, let us remind people that the indictment of 1942 was dismissed as an impossible dream. But not only did Nuremberg bring the prosecution of Hitler's henchmen, but in the last 20 years, war crimes in Yugoslavia, Rwanda, and Liberia have been prosecuted. And the former Liberian leader, Charles Taylor, now languishes in a British jail after being sentenced to 50-year imprisonment for his crimes. Shocking atrocities that are now being documented by the day have made such an indictment against President Putin more urgent. In the face of the escalation of Russian aggression, allies of Ukraine will now have to extend sanctions and travel bans against Russia, and they must also intensify humanitarian and military help with tanks and not just anti-tank missiles. But even then, Putin may still feel he can act with impunity. So it is time that our message that the civilized world will not stand aside but pursue him round the world, and that he will not escape punishment, and that the Putin inner circle must be warned that they are also liable to punishment for crimes in which they have been complicit. Perhaps even more important, such an indictment now would send a message to the people of Ukraine that we will not allow war crimes to go unpunished or unprosecuted. And our justice at Nuremberg resolved to take action to secure justice, the rule of law, and the triumph of good over evil. Thank you very much.